Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Binding of Isaac Afterbirth series, episode 33 now. Last run we did some challenge or other, I can't even keep track at this point. And we have only a few left to do. Now then, I forgot to roll. 1 second. Okay, looks like I'm number 18. The host. I've been pretty lucky with the roll so far. I haven't had to do it a second time. Okay. The mulligan and the spider bite or something. I don't know what that one is. Oh, spider baby. I just realized I could look there. I don't have to actually look at my stats screen for it anymore. Oh well. As if that matters. So, given my primary weapon right now is using my my flies from shooting enemies with my tears, one of my primary goals will be to get hive mind. Failing that, I just want a lot of damage up so as to take advantage of the fact that I have double damage from the flies. Of course, normally I'd be looking for a lot of damage, so I guess it's not really saying very much, is it? The only other thing I can think of is getting a higher tier rate so that I'll spawn more flies, but again, that's something I want anyway. Not very specific in terms of what I want, is it? Or at least nothing unusual, other than getting hive mind, which would be awesome. I think it brings them up to 2.5, I think. I think it's spiders that it brings up to 3. I could be mistaken, however. Wow, that was bad. Oh well, it was Spider Baby that was activated there. Which I think works like Infestation, only better. I might be mistaken on that point, however. It's better on account of the fact that it does spiders instead of flies. Spiders are 2.5 damage, whereas flies are 2. Unless that was changed, but I see no reason why it would be. That's not just since Rebirth, that's since the game began. It's one thing to change something after a year of it, it's another to change something that's been the case since the very beginning of the game. For no adequate reason. I mean, there's plenty of reasons why you might change something random. Almost. You almost got me there, Fire. My greatest enemy. I mean, even if they did change something that was around since the very beginning of Isaac, it would usually be something that didn't make sense to begin with, but they just never got around to changing. They're not going to change something like numbers like that. At least I don't think so. I mean, they did change Eve, so I guess that's one example of me being horribly wrong on that front. But I'm not going to let a total refutation of my point get in the way of my point. That would be ridiculous. Actually, I can just try this because some of them will usually get freed by me shooting. Watch. Any second now. Almost. See what I mean? Ah, almost got the nickel. I wonder... This probably won't work. Nope. Didn't think so, but it was worth a shot. I did get a nickel out of it, so I'm happy. I could check the shop, but there's no way for me to get the extra 6 coins I need. Even if I did find hive mind in there. So I'll save my key until the next shop, and hopefully I'll have the money to use it by then. Alright, what's over here? The shop. That's convenient. I'm gonna look for enough money first. Again, there's no point in opening it if there's not gonna be enough money to begin with. Run away! Oh man, no devil deal. Well, probably. It's like a 30% chance. Unless I find a beggar that I can blow up. In which case it'll be like 60 something. I don't know what the actual number is. Right, tick. Can't pick that up. That's sad. But expected. Whoa. That was close. No. Ah. I dodged them only to get hit again. Oh, no, you don't. You're all gonna die. All of you flies. I'm gonna swat you down like... flies. I may not have thought that entirely through. Say, why doesn't this start with an infested pill? Now, you might say, well, they wouldn't change one of the rebirth challenges, but they already did, remember? I forget which one. But I remember one of the ones we saw already started with one of the newer items. I forget what said item was, but I'm not going to let that get in the way of my point. Which one was it? I remember it was one of them. It started out differently. Let's see. Wasn't computer savvy, I don't think. Wasn't Demo Man. Wasn't Cat Got Your Tongue, I don't believe. Huh. Maybe I imagined it, but that seems unlikely because I remember quite vividly thinking that, oh, they changed that. That's weird. Again, that could be my imagination, but I don't think it is. Alright. Oh, and it's God's Flesh. I quite like that one. I don't know why it's called God's Flesh when it's a mushroom. Okay, I'm guessing the eyes has something to do with the fact that it shrinks enemies. I just don't get the reference. It's a reference to something or other. I'm just not sure what that something or other is. Alright. Apparently you can crush enemies underfoot when they have this, as long as they're not already shrunk enemies. Oh wait, no. Why didn't that make the noise? Do I not have any sound? Why do I not have any sound? Or at least it didn't have any music. I always get confused why that keeps changing on me. Maybe there's something wrong with the game. Maybe there's a ghost haunting it. The Lost is upset that I haven't yet unlocked it. Don't worry, you'll get your turn. Now to the shop, because I have 20 coins and I'm itching to spend it on preferably Hive Mind. But I'll take Power Belt because I like damage ups. And that's helpful anyway. To be fair, that's one of the few items I would have actually done it for. Also, did it not make the music because my music was off or because I already found it? I can't remember how these things work. I make them happen for so long and then completely forget it entirely. Run! There we go. I could break these for more coins, but that would take too long. Note to self, God's Flesh does not work on bosses. Shock of all shocks. Oh, at least I got Magic Mushroom, which was literally one of the best things I could have gotten from that boss. And I can just pick it up next room. Or, well, floor. That's what I mean. Kind of disappointed this only goes to Mom. But I'm not surprised. That's funny. I'm not surprised, mainly on account of the fact that all it gives you is the mulligan and Spider Baby with no treasure rooms. This isn't the Purist challenge. And mainly with the Purist challenge existing, that's made me these kind of flimsy nuts require you to go further, given what you start with here. But I can see why the Purist is being saved as one for good, very good players. Or at least people who get lucky devil rooms. Now, if there was no devil rooms, that would be an interesting challenge as well. Like, in addition to no treasure rooms. Because that is literally the only reason people beat the Purist regularly. If you don't get good devil rooms, it becomes very difficult. Let's try this. I don't think it'll work, but it might. It worked! I am baffled, really. Okay, that just wasn't nice. I'll take on the boss. Take on the boss to make sure I don't actually lose the last of this health before I get around to getting the devil room. Don't want to make the same mistake twice. Obscurity is very easy so long as you pay attention. Well, the one where it's in the middle of the chasm is somewhat difficult, depending on what you have. I remember I had difficulty doing it with Ipecac. Mostly because you don't have enough room to get momentum. Blasting Cap. Oh, right, can't pick it up. Now, if I remember right, what Blasting Cap does... Ooh. I'll pick them up. Whoa. Almost did it. Yeah, that's probably not wise in the front of Horror Babylon, because I'll be playing very close to death, but... Then again, maybe something good will come of it. Why was I blowing up the mushrooms? I already have Magic Mushroom. The only other thing that can drop from it, Mini Mush, is not that great. It's not bad, by any means. It's just not really worth wasting so many bombs on. Even Magic Mush only is because there's also the possibility of getting Mini Mush. If there weren't that, it would hardly be worth it. May as well go check out the shop, even if it doesn't... Ugh. Even if it doesn't have... Even if I don't have enough money to get the item I'm looking for. Why did I run into the explosive enemy and kill it? That wasn't wise. Hey, that was nice. Urgh. At least I picked up enough health to make that irrelevant. Haha. That was the plan all along. That sort of enemy is also dangerous to try crushing. Mostly because you don't know when it'll attack. That one's also dangerous to do for reasons that were obvious from when I got hit there. Algaes I'll save for, say, Mom. Alright. Almost worked. Let's try this one more time. There we go. Oh. Ha. Well, damn it. I'm sad to leave behind Algaes, but I would rather have a Joker. Reason being, if I get the pact or something, it'll be way more valuable. Admittedly, I'll only have like 2 Spirit Hearts, but... Or I could get Dead Cat, which would just be awesome. In fact, even better would be Dead Cat and Guppy's Paw. Alright, let's try it. That works too. Only gave me a Spirit Heart, but... Well, and some spiders, I guess that's good. I would love to pick up the chest, but... I don't think I need to explain why that was would be a bad idea. Alright. We're almost all dead. And that one's dead now. Plenty of coins. Hopefully Hive Mind is in this next chest. Not chest. Shop. I knew there was the right word in there somewhere. Shop is over here. I could go in the arcade. I could donate to him, but it's not really worth it. Oh, and look, a trinket I can't pick up. You're following me, deck of cards. Are you upset about me trading you away during it's in the cards? Let it go already. You don't have to keep appearing in unrelated challenges. Admittedly, this is, I think, is the first challenge it's appeared in. But it's the second time it's appeared in this challenge. So I'm still counting it. Oh, great. It split into 2 when I crushed him. Whoa. 3 up. Nope, didn't work. Not at all. Almost. And you are... That was close. Almost got me there. Not worth it. Like I said before. I'd rather save the bombs for something, you know, decent. Mind you, I don't know what said decent thing would be, but... Well, hey. It's my run, not yours. I don't have to justify it. I just have to act smug and as if I know what I'm doing here. Rather than making this up as I go along. Ooh, a chest. More coins. Don't really need them, but I'll take them. Almost. To the boss. Then I'm on depths 1. Then I'll be on depths 2 eventually. And then I will defeat Mom. And this challenge will be over with. That's part of the reason why challenges aren't so exciting. Part of the reason is, as I may have mentioned, I don't remember if this was my exact reason, but it's the goodest place to use it as any. I mean, it didn't turn out to be all that useful, but hey. Yeah, it turned out not to be all that useful. Yeah, part of the reason is because you don't get the treasure rooms, which means there's a lot less variability in what you're playing. The other reason is because they don't go very far in general. And yeah, there's the one that's supposed to go to, was there one that goes to Mega Satan? I can't remember. I didn't actually look at all the challenges, so I don't know where they all lead. Tears up. I think there is one that goes to Mega Satan. I think it's the I Rule one. Which I only recently realized was a reference to Legend of Zelda. Because you get, like, Trinity Shield and a bunch of items of his, and it's called I Rule, which is a play off Hyrule. I don't need to explain the joke. Except for the fact that I apparently felt the need to, so someone might have needed it. And the fact that I didn't get it at first, which means someone else probably didn't get it at first either. Probably. Or I could just be that unknowledgeable. And they are all dead. I like black powder. It's fun when you get a chance to use it. You don't always get a chance to use it, but when you do, it's so wonderful. Like, you can't use it on these ones because flying enemies ignore it completely. Turns out flight is overpowered for enemies too. Not just players. Ugh. Nothing's worse than a knight that has the trail behind it, because then you can't even follow behind it very well. I could have just crushed him there, like that. Only then I ended up messing up, but whatever. It worked in the end, so that's all I care about. I'll gladly take Guppy's head. For one thing, it fits with the theme so far of getting flies and spiders. And if I do get Hive Mind, which is looking less and less likely, but also less and less necessary as time goes on, if I do end up getting it, it'll be that much better. I like this. May as well try it. I have plenty of bombs by now, so... And I turned out to be right, so there. Except I ended up getting more bombs, which is, as I said, something I already have enough of, so... That wasn't the best of things I could have been. Alright, bonies. Also known as those damn skeletons. By most who know them. On account of their ridiculous accuracy even for those types of enemies. Not to mention the rather inconsistent ability of theirs to change direction randomly, so you never even know if it's going to be shooting at you. I maintain that inconsistent enemies are more dangerous than consistent ones, in most cases. Not all cases. For example, an enemy that randomly chases... Well, an enemy that always chases you. I'm sorry, Guppy's head. Jar of Flies is just better than you. I'm sorry. Very few items I would trade away Guppy's head for, but Jar of Flies is one of them. Getting a fly every time you kill an enemy is pretty awesome. As long as you don't kill it by a fly, I'm assuming. Which, admittedly, given what challenge this is not likely, but... Hey, whatever. Can't all be winners. Oh, do spider kills count? Looks like they do. But I couldn't tell if I was killed by my shot or my spider. It's a good question. But I'm gonna ignore it completely, and instead, just kill everything in this site. Ah, I didn't catch whether it changed. That's kind of funny, really. Dodged all that. That does nothing. It'd be cool if it gave you a bunch of flies randomly, but eh. Can't expect everything. Whoa. Okay, that works. I like the small rock. Really, small rock is never a bad thing to get from there, unless you really need the soul hearts. Which I guess is possible if you're, say, Blue Baby or something and you're low on health, but in general, I would usually take small rock over soul hearts. I don't care about the beggar. What have they ever done for me, huh? Besides giving me items for money that I usually don't need anyway. How dare they try to be kind to me. Dodged. I am surprised I didn't get hit there. But I'm not gonna complain. I remember an interesting trick about this. Namely, if you kill him on the spikes... 1 second. Let's try this. Come on. Alright. Gotta... Whoa. Almost. It's actually a smart enemy. Those aren't smart enemies, so they clearly had to program that behavior. In fact, he won't even charge you over the lines. Well, although that's because I think they see it as a blockade. Not a blockade, obstacle. They remember that being a problem with hosts. That they would see even down spikes as obstacles and so it wouldn't come up. And that took out a good chunk of Mom's health. And considering she consistently spawns enemies, this is gonna be a field day. Whoa. Didn't mean to get hit there, but just give me some spiders to work with. I have enough health that I'm not really concerned about dying. Now I'm concerned about dying. But I should be fine, in theory. I was fine! Yay! That was close. Well, if you enjoyed that episode, like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Otherwise, I'll see you next time on The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth.